Simsters. Who's ready for broadcast? Who's ready for surprise broadcast? I know you are. What races do we have today? What should we call tonight? I have no plan. I'm winging it. Hello, Bay. Hello, James Ryan. So here's what I was thinking today. I was like, gee, it's a Friday night and I'm all alone, which is bad. And I don't have kids, and there's grade 1 races tonight, although I couldn't tell you yet now that I'm just starting to click through what they are. And I was like, let's call some races and have like a fun party in the chat room tonight. I already had the plan that I was going to try and stay in the chat all night long as late as I could, like 2 or 3 in the morning. That was before I woke up at 5 and didn't nap today, so we'll see how it goes. I do remember where I was 2 weeks ago. I was in Louisiana. Well, technically Texas. Calling the Derby with you. And now, it's just a random day. I'm trying to find a grade 1, guys. Hey, did you know we ran the Beholder Stakes today? I just saw that. Here's a grade 1. This is the Golden Bridge Mile. Let's call this, shall we? I think we should. I could give you guys like a play-by-play about all the horses, but that's not going to happen. Maybe a little bit. Here's what I know about the Golden Bridge Mile. This is a field of 5 going for $225,000. Kind of low for grade 1, like a small field, I mean. But it's got Work the Room, who I believe won a Stewards Cup race like way back in the day. He's 5, so it can't be that far back in the day. And it's so far back that it's not on his past performances, but I'm pretty sure it's a fact. Weirdly enough, the 2 favorites are both 3-year-olds. All of Us Dreamers on the Rail and Shattering Hearts in the 4-hole. And last night, Glenn Larson was in the chat whining about getting the rail, which is a thing that happened. Sorry, dude. Will that make the difference? Or will it be the 8-year-old All Your Might, who is 5 for 35 lifetime? Should we call it? You guys want to bet on it? I'll give you 1 minute to bet on it. Did you guys bet on it already? Guess how many cats I can see with my eyeballs without turning my head? The answer is 3. That's not really that good. Didn't know Glenn was in here, so sorry about saying you were whining. How about you were expressing your displeasure at the rail? Super awkward. Alright, let's just run this race so that we can do other ones. Betting pool closes at like 0. Oh, $5,000. Good job, y'all. Is this race on pick 6? Do I have to close at pick 6? Can someone find it for me? I'll try and find it. Where do we keep bets these days? Betting. Place your pick 6 bet. California Oaks, International Oaks, and Inglewood Gold Cup, Long Island Mile. Okay. These are all things that I am not calling yet, but will be calling soon. Thank you, Aaron. Okay, where's the chart? Can't call this race without a chart. Okay, so this is in San Francisco at Golden Bridge Park. Oh, 4. The answer is 4 cats now. I know you really cared. Okay, this is a mile on the grass. They're off in the Golden Bridge Mile. Work the Room was one step slow, but the rest were away well, and it is All of Us Dreamers hustled out from the rail to go to the lead, joined by Work the Room. Then comes Bet the River, Shattering Hearts, and All Your Might is going to be the early trailer, dropping back 4 behind the rest. It is All of Us Dreamers on a easy lead right now, going up into the backstretch by 2 lengths. Work the Room and Bet the River side by side. Shattering Hearts is sitting 4th, and it's a good 10 lengths back to All Your Might, the trailer. Still no change in order. It's All of Us Dreamers, then Work the Room and Bet the River. Bet the River is asked to get going now, but he's dropping back. Here's Shattering Hearts passing him. Shattering Hearts making a big move. All Your Might's going to have to get going. They're rounding the turn, and All of Us Dreamers, the lead is down to a length. Shattering Hearts has moved up into 2nd now and is coming on. Then comes Work the Room being asked for more. They're at the top of the stretch, and All of Us Dreamers has to fend off Shattering Hearts, and these two are going to hook up in the lane. Work the Room 3 back 3rd. It's Shattering Hearts now drawing alongside All of Us Dreamers and pulling away. It's going to be Shattering Hearts by a length in the Golden Bridge Mile. All of Us Dreamers 2nd, Work the Room 3rd, then Bet the River and All Your Might. The official winner of the Glenn Larson Sad That He Drew the Rail Mile is Shattering Hearts. This is a 3-year-old bay colt by Shatterdome out of Secret Smooches by Rillian, bred by me and owned by DM Henderson. 6th win in 7 starts. So this horse might be legit, guys. Let's find another Grade 1 to talk about. Hey, the very next race was the Grade 1 California Oaks and a mile and a quarter. What? Oh man, do I have to? This is a really good race. I'm very impressed with it. So impressed that I'm going to try and find it, so that I can talk about it. South Africa. Okay, I don't know how to get to this race. There it is. Okay, so get your pick 6 and pick 4 bets in, because I'm about to close those. Okay. So this race is, as I said, a mile and a quarter on the dirt for 3-year-old fillies. And this is kind of like, if you're not quite good enough to run in the Long Island Acorn next Friday, but you're still pretty good, you're in this race. Listen to the pedigrees on some of these animals. Well, there's a Henry Mayer bred on the rail named Uh-Oh Henry by Gryffindor out of Possibilities, who I think was nice. Possibilities. Yeah. Stakes winner. Not that nice, but stakes winner. That was cruel. Then comes I Still Wait. Abe Froman owns this one. Was a $1.5 million purchase. This one's by Excelsior, a stallion that people still don't use, even though he's the bomb. Then comes an anointed colt filly, named Plan to Stay for Phil Hoflick. Matt Fellman has My One and Only by This Moment. This is a store-bred, costs $1.3 million, and this girl was 9th in the Louisville Oaks, but before that, won the New Orleans Oaks. Then comes Fighter One by Red I Am. I like this Donnie Hidalgo horse, Red I Am. $6,000 stud fee. But like hypos pretty well, actually, and comes from a nice family, stakes winner. Then comes the fancy horse in this field, and that is Heart of the Matter. This is a Gryffindor half to Heart of the Storm. $10 million purchase for Danny Derby, was 10th in the Louisville Oaks. Pretty sure that she was inches away from retiring after that non-performance. Before that, she did win the Grade 1 Lexington Oaks. If she could pick up another Grade 1 here, Danny would hate her less. Okay. You guys ready? Should we call this one? I'll give you one more minute to bet. One more minute. Do 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 do. This is your betting music. Do 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 do. I'm cold even though I'm wearing fuzzy pants and it's 70 in the house. But for some reason I feel chilly. I'm probably getting sick 'cause when I swallow it hurts. No one's talking, so I'm just going to call this race the California Oaks, which I just said with a weird accent. Betting pool closes at $900. Way to let me down, guys. Pick 6, pick 4, all that is closed. You guys are talking about puppies and I have to call races. It's unfair. I want to talk about puppies. Okay, field of 6 in the gate, ready to go, 1.25 miles. This is probably going to be the fastest 1.25 mile call that you guys have ever heard because I'm not feeling it. And they're off in the California Oaks, and it was a clean start for all 6 runners. Heart of the Matter goes right to the lead, and no one wants to go with her early, so it's going to be Heart of the Matter unchallenged. Fighter 1 settles back in second, then My One and Only alongside I Still Wait. Uh-oh, Henry is in 5th early with Plan to Stay, the early trailer. So they go under the wire the first time, and it is still Heart of the Matter leading by a length and under a good hold with Fighter 1 running in second. My One and Only and I Still Wait, 3rd and 4th right behind that one. Then Uh-Oh Henry and Plan to Stay is still the trailer as they turn into the backstretch. And it is Heart of the Matter leading by 3 lengths now. Heart of the Matter happy out here with Fighter 1 second, 2 in front of the 2 horses together. That's My One and Only up into 3rd and I Still Wait 4th. Then comes Uh-Oh Henry and Plan to Stay is still the trailer, but only 6 lengths covers the lot. They come to the half-mile pole now, and Heart of the Matter still leads, but she's only a length ahead. Fighter 1 is dropping out, and My One and Only and I Still Wait are the challengers. They're coming on. Uh-oh, Henry has to move faster. It is Heart of the Matter to the top of the lane. Here's My One and Only and I Still Wait challenging. They're going 2 and 3 wide. Fighter 1 is done, and here comes Uh-oh, Henry. It's still Heart of the Matter, but My One and Only is runner down now, and My One and Only is running away with the California Oaks. My One and Only going to win this one for Matt Feldman. I Still Wait second, Heart of the Matter third, and then Uh-Oh Henry. The official winner is My One and Only. This is a 3-year-old Dark Bay filly by This Moment out of Affection by Saratoga. She was bred by me, is also 6 for 7 lifetime, and is owned by Matt Feldman. And she has a companion goat named Grumpy, which is amazing. And I love it. Okay, next up is going to be the next grade 1 that I find, which is the International Oaks. This is another 1.25 mile race. Oh gosh, there's going to be like 100 of those tonight. This is a $750,000 grade 1 for 3-year-old fillies on the grass. This is honestly probably the biggest non-Stewards Cup race for 3-year-old fillies on the year. I mean, you got the Louisville Bunbred, that's true. But this one has been running for a long, long time. And it's a very good field. Indeed, indeed it is. There are 6 runners in here, including Run Wild on the outside. But let's start from the rail. Just Come Home for Nick Gilmore was a $2.2 million Steward bred purchase. She's a daughter of Electric Blue out of the stakes winner Reluctantly, coming off of a win in the On Broadway Stakes, which used to be, back in the old sim, one of the biggest 3-year-old filly races on the grass that there is. Now it's a sad grade 3. Well, not sad. It's just, okay. Moving on. Next up is Love Without Limit, another $2 million purchase. This girl runs for Kent Saunders. She's a daughter of Liam, which is weird for me to say, since Liam is my son. And she was 3rd in the Bunbret, beaten by 2 necks, and one of the horses that beat her, Like a Ghost, is not in tonight, or if she is, she's not in this race. Before that, she'd won 4 in a row, so that was her only loss. And she's pretty. Then we have Candy, which is what I wish that I could be eating right now. She won her first 2 races and then was 3rd in the Stewards Cup and 6th in the Louisville Bun Barrette. 2 for 5 lifetime, but she's definitely better than that record. And I think we'll be hearing a lot from her in the next few years. Next we have Kanga, a Reddington daughter that is only 1 for 4 lifetime and just broke her maiden 2-back. Entangle for Cleopatra. This filly's by Epiphania, who you should all breed to, because he's fancy. Coming off of a win in a non-winners of 2. She has lost to Love Without Limit in the past, but that was way back last year. And then we have the big filly, and this is Run Wild. She was the favorite for the Bun Barrette. This is a daughter of Coleman Hell and Titanic for Nina Olson. Nina Olson having a very good week in life. Not probably in the sim, I don't know, I'm not paying attention, but in life. This filly lost the Stewards Cup last year by a neck to Love Without Limit. Apparently that horse won a Stewards Cup and I kind of forgot. But before that she was unbeaten. She did win her Bun Barrette prep and she lost that race by a neck. Where is Like a Ghost? Let's find her. Like a ghost, here we go. Dan Derby? I didn't know you owned that. Have you always owned that? Oh, I own this! Okay, awkward. Apparently this is coming back to me. Well, shoot, I want this thing to have a headshot. And she's not bay, she's black. Hold on, this horse needs a color change. Okay, I'm good, guys. Have you guys bet? Did you guys bet? Bet. Do you guys ever, like, you're just going about your day and your day is totally normal and then all of a sudden you remember something super embarrassing and you're like, wow, I wish that I didn't have that memory that I haven't thought about forever, but apparently is still in my brain because it just popped up. That just happened to me. Someone was asking me about how I tore my ACL and I was trying to explain what happened, and then for some reason that reminded me that I went to try a horse in August. And I was riding him, and it was fine. And I was actually thinking about buying him, and then I went to get off. And in front of all these fancy dressage trainers, I literally, like, he was so much taller than I was used to that I full-on just fell down on my butt. And it was really awful. And I haven't thought about that since that day. But I'm thinking about it now. Still awful. Wish that hadn't happened. Okay. Time for the International Oaks. This is an awesome race that I love every year, and the betting pool closes at $1,000. Come on, guys. You're better than that. Oh, this race is so long. They're off in the International Oaks. Just Come Home was 1 step slow, as was Entangle. She breaks last. It is Run Wild who goes right out to the lead, and she is on a bender today. Run Wild out, and she's leading by 3. Then comes Love Without Limit, who drops down towards the rail. Entangle after that slow start. Just Come Home. Kanaga. It's not Kanga, it's Kanaga. And Candy is the early trailer as they run down the stretch under the wire the first time and into the first turn. It is Run Wild leading by 4 now. Love Without Limit sitting in second, then Entangled. Just Come Home and Kanaga are 4th and 5th, and then Candy is the trailer. Other than Run Wild, you could throw a blanket around the rest, but Run Wild, she leads by 6 lengths now. Run Wild is running fast out here today. Love Without Limit is in second. 3 back to Entangle in third. They're spreading out now with Just Come Home, another 3 lengths back fourth. Then comes Kanaga and Candy, those two at the back of the pack together. And they are now approaching the half-mile pole. And Run Wild is still your leader, but only by 3. Love Without Limit is closing in now. Just Come Home and Kanaga. Entangle would have to do more, and Candy is being asked but not responding. They're at the top of the stretch. And Run Wild, she's still leading by a length, and she's digging in. Love Without Limit is trying to come to her. Just Come Home making improvement 2. We're down to 3. It is Run Wild, Love Without Limit alongside, Just Come Home in between them. Love Without Limit and Run Wild, they're nose bobbing to the wire, and it's going to be a photo finish in the International Oaks. The official winner of the photo is Love Without Limit, beating Run Wild again. And Nina now really hates this horse. Love Without Limit is a 3-year-old bay filly by Liam out of One True Love by Stalingrad. She was bred by me, who I'm apparently having a very good night at Inglewood Park or whatever we are. And she's 5 for 6 lifetime, owned by Kent Saunders. She only won by a nose. It's possible this could be the last time that she beats Run Wild, or maybe not. But things changed this weekend with the year being half over. Yearlings improve. Horses that are going to be amazing as older horses start to get amazing. Horses that were really precocious kind of tend to stop being really precocious. Okay. What's next? I suspect it's another 1.25 mile race. Because torture's fun. Inglewood Oaks, but that's a grade 2. I'm not calling that. Inglewood Gold Cup. $750,000 grade 1 for older horses going 1.25 miles. Does anyone want to hear this one? Anybody want to hear the what race around? Inglewood Gold Cup. This race is really cool. It's got Ridgewood on the rail, Eastern West Side, everybody's favorite 5,000-year-old gelding, is in the 2-hole. Then Steelheart from Michael Looker, John F. Kennedy, who won the Arcadia Million. Boomtown for Susie Rydell is a half to like all the fancy horses. And then Hawk, who's like the most obnoxious steward-bred purchase ever for Jack Meyer. He keeps knocking on the door but refusing to win a big one. Let's go a little bit in depth about them because why not? Ridgewood, Eric Nowbone making a bit of a comeback at the moment, remembering to enter his horses every week and everything. He's coming off a 3rd place finish in the Arcadia Million. This guy was super impressive as a 2- and 3-year-old. He won the Queen's Derby really impressively. He won the Los Campeones Classic. I would say he's like lost a step, but he's just mostly not running in the really big races anymore. He didn't run in the Stewards Cup. Because Eric forgot him. He did win the Elusive Pegasus to kick off this year, and then he was 3rd in the Arcadia Million. So he still's got it, and he's going to retire at the end of this year, which is the important thing in life because he is really royally bred and going to be awesome. Then we have a horse who's not royally bred, nor is going to be an awesome stallion because he's gelding, and that is Eastern West Side. You may recall that he shocked us all when he won the Desert World Cup last year, and this year he finished 7th. So things not going as well for Eastern West Side. He has not won since week 14 of last year, but he's tough and awesome and has earned $6.8 million. So go you, cute Eastern West Side. Don't forget, he is a Derby winner. Then we have Steelheart from Michael Looker. This guy, didn't he win a World Cup? Oh no, he won the Oceanside Classic 2 years ago. 3 years ago. This horse is like 100. How is this horse not retired yet? / how does he not have a headshot? Just kidding, he has one now. I'm complaining about something that was a long time ago. He's coming off a win in the California Marathon. I actually really hated that spot for him, but it ended up being really easy. It's just, he's such a 1.25 mile horse that I don't like when he doesn't do that. He won the Oceanside Classic 2 years in a row. He was 7th in the Stewards Cup last year and 2nd by a half length in the Arcadia Million. And he could definitely win today. Then we have John F. Kennedy, and I remember when Carl Smythe bred this horse. This is a pretty fancy horse, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's going to win the Derby. Well, he didn't. He was actually kind of useless. He is coming off of a win in the Boston Handicap, which annoyed me, because after he won the Arcadia Million, I finally realized this horse was not in Dubai, and I was like, Carl, why isn't the horse in Dubai? And he's like, because I don't want to lose. Like, what do you... The horse is coming off a win streak of grade 1s, and you have him in a grade 3 going a mile and an eighth. That race was so easy for him, he won by default. But this is more of his jam. And that was not my best Carl impression. Then we have Legend is Born. This horse is coming out of a $25,000 claiming race, so I'm just going to not talk about that. Then comes Boomtown for Susie Rydell. This is the Mint half-brother to Alonzi, Oud, Rainette, Cyberman, Bad Wolf, and Nestine, all of whom are millionaires. Alonzi won $7.4 million. And Boomtown has to finish in the top 2 to go over the $1 million mark. And he better, because otherwise he is a slacker. Kind of like this family's 3-year-old, which is 0 for 4 lifetime. Wow, this horse is like awful. Okay, that's my story about that. Rounding out the field is Hawk. This is a son of Scorpio races out of a Maelstrom mare. Jack Meyer's doing the best he can with this horse. I don't know what to tell you to do with this horse. He probably likes marathoning best, but when he goes 2 miles, he can't go that far either. So it's like, what the heck do you do with this animal? He actually won a grade 1 last year at a mile and 3/8. That's pretty much his jam. Like, that's what he should be doing with his life, but there's like 3 of those on the calendar, so good luck with that, Jack Meyer and Hawk. And that's the field for the Inglewood Gold Cup. Is everybody betting? Is anybody betting tonight? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I really hope I'm not sick, but it hurts to swallow and now my nose is running. And I'm in a sweatshirt, fuzzy pants, and a blanket. You know when you're sick and you have a fan going and it's like painful? That's the story of me right now. Like I should just get up and turn off the fan. Oh, don't worry, I'm looking at orange juice. It's across the room from me. And if I had magical powers, that orange juice would be in my face. But it's over there. It's sad. Alright, it is post time for the, whatever this race is, the Inglewood Gold Cup. This is a stellar field, guys. I really like it. Betting pool closes at $6,000. You guys are all fired. They're off in the Inglewood Gold Cup, and Boomtown had a terrible break. Right to his knees went Boomtown. Legend is Born was away slowly too, as was Hawk. A terrible start for 3 of the 7 runners. John F. Kennedy goes right out to the lead. Steelheart's going to be the one chasing him, then Ridgewood. Hawk after the bad break. Boomtown is well back. Eastern West Side, and then Legend is Born is the early trailer. As they come running past the grandstand for the first time, it is John F. Kennedy by a length. Steelheart is tracking him with Ridgewood alongside. Those two are a length in front of Hawk, who's another length in front of Boomtown. It's a parade of horses, another length back to Eastern West Side, and Legend is Born is the trailer, as they have only 6.5 furlongs left to run. It is John F. Kennedy, and he's leading by a length still. The pace is legit, but not too fast. Steelheart is in second. Ridgewood is third. Then comes Hawk. Boomtown is 7 lengths off of them. Eastern West Side is sixth, and then Legend is Born is still the trailer as they go running towards the half-mile pole, and it is John F. Kennedy, and he has squeaked away to lead by 2. Steelheart still in second. Ridgewood. Here comes Boomtown moving up between horses and Hawk. Eastern West Side needs to get going if he wants chance to pick up a check today, and they're at the top of the lane. It is still John F. Kennedy by a length and some. Steelheart trying to get to him. Here comes Boomtown. Not enough from Ridgewood or Eastern Westside today, and we're down to 2. It is John F. Kennedy. Boomtown trying to get past, but John F. Kennedy, and he's all heart today, battling back to pull away and win by a length and some. John F. Kennedy in the Inglewood Gold Cup. Boomtown was second, Steelheart third, and Ridgewood was fourth. The official winner is John F. Kennedy. He's a 5-year-old dark bay horse by Man of Mystery out of Dark Sister by Sword. He's a homebred for Carl Smythe. Carl, you broke my winning streak. And he's won 10 of 20 starts. That's actually kind of amazing. And he has a cat named Tips. That's pretty cool. I do believe John F. Kennedy will be joining the shed this year. He's almost a $3 million... No, he's a $3 million earner. So, legit, I guess. What's next, guys? Is this a grade 1? No. Good, because I don't call it. That's a grade 2. This is a grade 1. Wah, wah. A 4-horse grade 1. Should I call it? Why not? We still have 25 minutes. Danny, I wish I'd thought of that. That's hilarious. And super inappropriate. Carl, if you're listening to the replay of this, I'm really sorry that I didn't say he assassinated the competition, because that's just would have been better. I'm saving that for the Stewards Cup Classic. Okay, next up is the whatever mile I just said it was, Inglewood Mile. This is a $400,000 race for 3-year-olds and up girls. Everyone's 4 and older, though. There's only 4 horses in here. 2 of them are millionaires, and the other one is a 6-year-old $500,000 earner. And there's the poor stakes winner on the rail, who's actually awesome. She's 5 for 13 with almost 300,000 earned. She's a homebred for Mike Stevens. She looks like she's in deep here. She has not won since week 16 of last year. That was in the Christmas Filly Cap, which I've never heard of. She won very well that day, though. This is a daughter of Distant Dream, who somehow has 4-year-olds? What? Out of the 2 hole comes Every Little Helps, a homebred for Norman Architecture, and this filly actually beat Boys last out, which was week 4. She hasn't run in 4 weeks, and she has not worked. She ran a 100 as a 2-year-old. She's run second in the Stewards Cup once, and then she won it last year. So 2 starts ago, she won the Stewards Cup over Stars Themselves and Silence Has Fallen, who's in this race. She has won 4 in a row, and she is 14 for 18 lifetime. Number 3 is Silence Has Fallen. Ashley Gibson owns this one. She was weirdly 5th last out in the Mom's Best Stakes. This daughter of Lion of Sinet is 8 for 13 lifetime. Before that, she'd won the Fiji Stakes. She was 3rd in the Stewards Cup. She was 2nd in the Irish Matron. So she did win the English and Irish 1,000 guineas last year, which is super fancy of her. Wait, this horse dead heated in the Stewards Cup? When did that happen? Like, why don't I remember that at all? Not even a little bit do I remember that. Wow. Apparently there was a dead heat in the Stewards Cup. Year 47. Does anyone else remember that? Hello? Alright, well, good talk. Then we have round 1 a.m. for Stormy Peak. This is a homebred daughter of Warlock. She is 6. She's coming off a win in the Royal Princess Stakes. And that wasn't a good field, too. She beat How Long Is a Night in that one. She was 3rd behind Silence Has Fallen the start before that. 6th in the Stewards Cup. She did win 3 in a row last year. Those were all grade 3 events. Weirdly enough, Stormy ends up with these horses, I guess probably because she just keeps them in training, that always seem to do really well as 5, 6-year-olds, which is nice. Not everyone has to retire the minute they lose a grade 1 Danny Derby. No one has to be Gelded Rose. And now it's going to be post time for the Inglewood Mile, which is a mile on the grass. And then I'm going to hit pause and go, or mute or whatever, and I'm going to go get some orange juice and a Kleenex. Sound good? I think so. They're off in the Inglewood Mile, and it was a perfect break for all 4 runners. Around 1 a.m. is going to go out to lead and is joined by Every Little Helps. Those two sprint away from the field. Silence Has Fallen sets back third, and then Deep Dream is the early trailer. We have 2 horses sprinting on the front end. That is Around 1 a.m. and Every Little Helps. They are dueling early. 2 lengths back to Silence Has Fallen, and then Deep Dream another length behind that. So the pace is quick, and now it is Every Little Helps who scoots past Around 1 a.m. and goes out to lead. Every Little Helps by a length. Around 1 a.m. is 3 clear of Silence Has Fallen, and then another 2 back to Deep Dream. No change in order yet. It is Every Little Helps, Around 1 a.m., Silence Has Fallen, and Deep Dream. Now Silence Has Fallen starts to put in a run. Around 1 a.m. is asked to keep up with her, but they all have to catch Every Little Helps, who comes to the top of the stretch. And Every Little Helps is still leading by 2. Silence Has Fallen up into second. Around 1 a.m. trying. Deep Dream not doing enough, and Every Little Helps is trying to rush away. But here comes Silence Has Fallen around the outside. This race not going so well, guys. And Silence Has Fallen rushes up to take command. Silence Has Fallen runs away to win the Inglewood Mile. Every Little Helps went too fast early and has to settle for second. Around 1 a.m. third, and then Deep Dream was fourth. The official winner is Silence Has Fallen. This, apparently, Stewards Cup winning filly is by Lion of Sonnet out of Silence's Bliss by Florida Keys. She was bred by the steward. Haha, I'll get another one. If anyone doesn't know me and is listening to this in the future, I'm not normally a jerk. Ashley Gibson is the winning owner. She's now 9 for 14 lifetime, and her cat is named Lily. Duh. What a nice career this filly's had. Okay, I'm going to tell you what race is next before I get up. Oh, found it. It's the Long Island Mile, which is the Met Mile in real life. This is a $750,000 grade 1. It's got a field of 5. And I will talk all about them when I get back with my orange juice. I'm back! Let's just say that I was drinking orange juice from my kids' sippy cups that they left this morning and didn't drink their orange juice, and it tasted disgusting. So I opened up the fridge to get more orange juice, like in an adult glass, and then I found chocolate milk. So that's what went in my face. Chocolate milk did. Time for the Long Island Mile. Field of 5. What's with these small fields tonight, guys? Do we need to do a report on field size? True story, I think it was... Must have been like the 10 a.m. results or something. Maybe it was Monday. It's probably Monday. I don't remember. It could have been last week. Could have been tonight. I have no idea. But there's a race that was won. It's a stakes race. I want to say Maryland breds, maybe. Won by literally... Like, I didn't even know sim horses could come out this bad anymore. Let's say that the sim's on a scale of 1 to 20 for each distance, right? And, like, a 12 is whatever's, like, a claimer, or lower than a claimer. A 12. These horses that won this race, like, they were so bad, the 4 horses in the race, that the highest horse was a 6.3. We don't even have, like, a designation for that. It's so bad. Like, I can think of some things we could say that Simpeta would be all over because it's not nice. Anyway, on the rail is Dubai Touchdown. This guy is riding a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 race win streak. Last time this horse lost was legit this race last year in the Long Island Mile. For some reason that I can't quite figure out, this 6-year-old did not run in the Stewards Cup last year, but he did win the Brooklyn Mile, which is the cigar mile in real life. 15 for 23 lifetime. Why did my little thing just turn red? Can you guys still hear me? For some reason it just turned red. Still learning this new system. Ashley Gibson, I think I said all that. Anyway, next up, number 2 is Make Your Mark. Why did I name a horse that? Anyway, this is a 3-year-old son of Hallmark out of Stuff of Dreams. Mike Springer paid $1.8 million to get this one. He was 3rd in the Derby Mile week 6 to Dancing in August, who's really nice. I wonder what that horse is doing with his life. Let's find out. Dancing in August. John Exet. This horse is running next week in a grade 2 in New Jersey. All right. Ow. Anyway, Make Your Mark won the Raindrops on Roses before that with an 88. And he was 2nd by a nose in the Stewards Cup Futurity. Look at that. Number 3 is Disaster Artist, named after the best book and movie of all time. This is a 5-year-old coming off of a 4th place finish in the Grade 1 Desert Mile. But before that, he'd won the Runaway Plate. And last year, he won the Stronger Bull Stakes and the Colts Mile. He was 3rd in the Stewards Cup the year before that. So, he's a hard-knocking kind. $2.7 million purchase is closing in on $1 million in earnings. Number 4 is Queen's Plate. I seriously just can't. Alex, good luck for your horse. Your horse is awesome. That's all I'm going to say about Queen's Plate. Then comes the outside horse, and this is Mad World for Bill Outsilver. And one thing I freaking love about Bill Outsilver is he just does his thing. Like, he breeds to stallions that no one else would breed to. He ends up with runners all the time. And this horse is 9 for 14 lifetime. No, Kane, that's not how it works. It's not how the math works. It's an average. So if you have, like, let's say Man of Mystery is like a 17, which isn't what he is, but let's say it is, and his parents are both 17s, and your mare is a 14, and her sire is a 17, and her dam is a whatever, the average of that isn't 60% chance claimer. It's not how it works. It's just that the sim horses keep getting faster, so their numbers keep going up, up, up. Way back in the old sim, the numbers were between 1 and 10, and then for some reason, when the sim went away, It was like between 1 and 13 for some, like, that's how we fixed it. Bay will definitely get a 2. Okay, so anyway, Mad World. I really like this horse. First of all, I love his name. I think he's totally random. He was 5th in the Desert Mile, but to his credit, like, he didn't really get prepped great for that race. But he has won the Santa Cruz Mile and the J.C. Gonzalez Memorial in 2 of his last 3 starts. So that's the field for the Long Island Mile. And I forgot to get a tissue. Betting pool is only $1,000. I'm not calling this race until you get to $5,000. And we only have time for one more race after this, so you better hurry up. I'm probably going to, like, delete this after this. Because I'm being grumpy. Are you guys betting? Better be betting. Luckily, I think we only have one more grade 1 after this. Nope, there's one. Oh, that's a sponsor one. Doesn't count. There's one. Ah, field's too big. That's not happening. Yeah, okay, we're only doing one more after this. Betting pool is only at $1,800. I refuse. Alright, I'll call this race, even though you guys are lame about betting. I'm going to have to take this down, or my dad's going to revoke my privileges as the steward. Okay, I'm good. They're off in the Long Island Mile, and Make Your Mark was steadied at the start. The rest were away well, and it is Disaster Artist, Flashing Speed, Mad World, then Make Your Mark, Dubai Touchdown settles back fourth, and Queen's Plate is the early trailer as they go whipping around the clubhouse turn, and it is Disaster Artist leading by a length. Mad World is second, Make Your Mark third, 2 in front of Dubai Touchdown, who's ahead in front of Queen's Plate, 3 lengths front to back. So it is Disaster Artist, and he's scooting away now. Disaster Artist 2, now 3 in front. Mad World still second. Make Your Mark is back third. Dubai Touchdown would have 7 lengths to make up to win now, and Queen's Plate is still the trailer as they come to the half-mile pole in the Long Island Mile, and it is now Mad World. Mad World making a big sweeping move to pass Disaster Artist. Dubai Touchdown up into third as Make Your Mark fades. Queen's Plate needs to get going, and as they turn into the stretch, Mad World is the leader by a length. Disaster Artist has tired, and here's Dubai Touchdown rolling on after the leader. Queen's Plate up into third, then Make Your Mark. It is still Mad World. Dubai Touchdown at his hip. Dubai Touchdown at his shoulder. They're coming to the wire. Mad World and Dubai Touchdown, and it's another photo. Photo in the Long Island Mile. The official winner of the photo is Dubai Touchdown. Ashley Gibson with a grade 1 double on the night. That's not something that happens on a regular basis. Dubai Touchdown is a 6-year-old bay horse by Touchdown Raiders out of Dubai Wanderer by Get Me. He is 16 for 24 lifetime, which is honestly fully legit for a dirt miler. Honey Russo bred this one, and kudos to him for still being around and being awesome. Okay, the last race that we're going to call for the night is the Era Stakes, which is a grade 1 for 3-year-old fillies sprinting 6 furlongs with a purse of $200,000. Yes, I know I didn't get all the grade 1s done, but I got a lot of them. The Virginia Derby and some South Africa thing. And I don't know if New Zealand is this post time because I didn't see it. It could be in the 11 p.m. post time, which I'm probably still going to be up for, so stick around. We could have another broadcast later. You never know what's going to happen on this crazy Emily's Home Alone on a Friday night. If I hurry up and call this race, I will tell you who wins the SAF Fillies. Where'd the race? Okay, this race has 6 horses in it. Not enough horses. All of them are nice. Very nice horses. Only one Stewart bred in here. What? This is the filly on the rail. Named Just What It Seems. Obviously, the big favorite going to be Darcy McBride's homebred Sensational. 6 for 9 lifetime with 3 second-place finishes. And nobody bet on this race because I went too fast. And it is post time. And they're off in the Era Stakes. Love is Scary. Very bad break for her. And She's a Ringer had to take up after the start. But it is Sensational who jumps out to the lead and starts pulling away immediately. Sensational, the early leader. Nick and Osgood are chasing each other around the house. And it is crazy looking. She's a Ringer up in the second. Then Love is Scary after the bad start. Where is she now? Just What It Seems. And Silence in between is the early trailer as they go whipping around the far turn. Sensational. She leads by 2. Love is Scary up in the second over She's a Ringer. Then Where Is She Now? Just What It Seems and Silence in between 3 lengths back. They're coming to the top of the stretch and Sensational. She's in a runaway performance today. She's leading by 2.5. Love is Scary can't get to her. Where Is She Now? Not doing enough. Just What It Seems coming on from the back of the pack. Then Love is Scary. But Sensational, she had this one in the bag from the jump. And Sensational goes on to win the Era Stakes by 1.5 lengths over Just What It Seems. Love is Scary and She's a Ringer who was 4th. The official winner is Sensational. She's a 3-year-old black filly by Walk-Off Grand Slam out of Sweet Sensation by Ouija. 7 for 10 lifetime. Darcy McBride homebred. Almost a millionaire. Has a goat named Cash. That's pretty amazing. Is now 3 in a row and unbeaten this year. Keep in mind her only 2 losses were second place finishes to boys. And by only 2, I mean 2 over 3 because math. Let's see what else I can tell you before results run in a few minutes. Click, 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 click. Wow, Ashley Gibson had a sick night. Bay won a race. Nene won a race. Sponsored by Pete, that's funny. Where's the race that I can't find that had a grade 1 in it? Okay, the Paradise Downs Paradise Island Stakes, spelled island like Scott Island, our dear departed friend who I miss all the time, was won by the Path Leads, a Matt Feldman Warpath son out of Golden Rays, and by son I mean daughter because this was a race for girls. And she won it over Chris Bobby, who owns Paradise Downs and is probably not thrilled with that result. That's a grade 1. South African Fillies Trophy. This is quite the race. You know what's interesting about this race? Since it's Stewart Tell-All night, apparently. When I decided that last night. How do I turn this race off? Close betting. Okay, so this race was won by Kiss My Breath Away for Todd Lucas by a length over Glenn Escobar's. Whoa, hold on. No, that's not what happened. How do I fix it? I clicked a button. I made it all go wonky. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Glenn. That was incorrect. Kiss My Breath Away won. A 1.5 lengths over With All My Love for Carl Smythe. Kiss My Breath Away is a freak. With All My Love is a stakes. And then it's a 10-point jump to Elegant Velvet and Witch's Task and Wizarding something and Charva and Fiction Hell, apparently. Another Glenn Escobar. What happened was I accidentally sorted by owner instead of by finish position, and that got all wackadoo. And I say that that's interesting because all 5 of those horses are literally the exact same talent going 1 1/8 miles on the grass right now. So it's always worth entering races. Okay, where's that Virginia Derby? The Virginia Derby, oh Lord. Brian, I got some bad news for you. You're not going to like it. That's why it's bad news. The Virginia Derby went to Brian's arch nemesis, Big Hello. And Big Hello is a son of Take Me Up. This is a Take Me Up half-brother to Coleman Hill. 5 for 6 lifetime. And End of a Hero, who I genuinely believe is going to be super bomb as a... Oh, Oscar, are you okay? She's like flopped. Like it's too hard to go on with her life. I think this horse is going to be awesome as a end of 3, 4, and 5-year-old. Son of Black Tide for Brian Levitt. But this poor animal has run second or third to this Big Hello many times. Like, it's annoying, actually. Huh, the Bunbury winner wasn't in here today either. Running against older horses on Monday. Weird. Alright, that's all the grade 1s for right now. This is my big goodbye. I like that, Darcy. It's good. So my plan is to just watch movies on my TV and sit in this chat room answering questions and hanging with you guys tonight. That sounds good. Let's see what grade 1 races are still to come. Maybe have some more chocolate milk. The New Zealand Sweepstakes for boys and girls, and the Melbourne Derby. And the Instant Millions Juvenile and Instant Million Cup. These are some good races tonight, guys. If I'm still awake, I'm totally calling these. Except for not the mile and half race. Let's get real. I'm checking them out. They're good fields. Yeah, if I'm awake and you guys are awake, we'll call this. Oi, cat, stop eating Liam's jacket. I literally read Tayaku's post, her line, as I have to go to work in a minivan. Not in a minute. Nothing happened to this horse, bae. They were just all the same animal. Some horse has to be 6th. The horse that was 7th, also a freak. So what can you do? I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call all the grade 1s, guys. If I'm still awake. And you guys are still awake. So for now, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna go drink more non-alcoholic beverages. Beverages. But I'll be sitting here, and I hope that we'll party all night long. Okay? Okay. Farewell.